Hey, everybody. Hey, sports fans. What's up, Beau Bock?
Good to see you out today.
It's good to see you, man. So yesterday was the big
Had
birthday, man.
Had a birthday.
How is it?
Cool. You know, I feel a year younger.
You are. Sean, I don't know if you know this, he has Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah.
He does. Every time I see him, he's younger, he's stronger. Yeah.
You know, it's that Vita fluid that I invented.
Invented.
Yeah.
Like coffee sludge and...
Where's your new mug? People want to see the mug.
I got to tell you, when I show up to work and this is sitting in my desk...
I'm telling you.
First of all, the quality of this mug is unlike any other that you'll ever drink out of.
See, this is the first model. This is the prototype. It doesn't jump off the screen at you like this does. Live with Heine.
I'm going to break it in.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to break it in.
Look at that.
Yeah. Give it gone is the Gatorade Cup. Went to the Hawks game on Wednesday night. Had a good time. It was nice.
Yeah.
We got our asses kicked. Giannis is a handful, man. Oh, my God. Well, that's who we need. When he's a free agent, we need him down here.
That's exactly what we need. That's it, because we'll never get a piece like that. We'll keep going and going like this and going like this, going into the draft, not coming out with anything dynamic, because guys like that, you know, they just don't last, and especially at Atlanta. We've got to enhance the franchise so the guys want to come here even more.
That's what we got to do. And Giannis is, you know, he's Greek, so maybe you could kind of pull an Acuna on him and be like, hey, come on.
We'll get him out there to the Greek cathedral. They got restaurants around there. They got a festival once a year. We'll get them a ticket.
Did you know the Atlanta food truck champion last year was Mediterranean cuisine? The guy was Greek.
No kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. Giannis would love that.
Where do you get this? Where do you get this? You don't get this.
No.
Thank you, Hans.
Yeah, there's more. But, man, last night in the game, I don't know if you watched the Bucks play on TV last night.
I did.
He had like 39 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists. I mean, he just does whatever the hell he wants.
Well, you know what I like about
Still can't shoot. It still dominates.
Is who we got in Philadelphia?
Simmons. Embiid.
No, Embiid.
Yeah.
Embiid is like a loose cannon out there. You know, and Embiid also has the same improv. You can do whatever you want. You can, you know. Giannis has more of a feeling for the game, more of a capacity for the game than Embiid. Embiid is just wild and crazy, and
he's goofy.
He's goofy. Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think Philadelphia ever wins anything.
They won't.
I don't think they ever win anything.
You know, that group is too. They don't blend. They don't jive at all.
Well, the problem is you got Simmons, who's not a point guard. You know, playing point guard.
Simmons would be so difficult for me to coach. You know what I mean?
Oh, he'd be the one?
Because he's got, you know, he's your point guard. He initiates, and he can't shoot. He really he can't shoot. So you know, everything with him is going to the basket, which is fine. You know, you drive and kick, but there's nothing you can rely on with that team. It's kind of like us. With us, there's nobody you can rely on because we just don't have that type of scorer down the stretch.
Well,
under pressure.
We have him. We have Trae Young, but they double team him the whole game. That's the problem, is that they double team him knowing that behind them they're going to have a man advantage, and it doesn't freaking matter because we don't have anybody that can hit a shot.
Look, that's right.
We have nobody that can hit a shot.
That's right. But I don't want to get into it again with Trae. But Trae's not the guy.
He has nobody helping. He's playing with a G League roster right now. Vince Carter's your first guy off the bench. Vince Carter, he's 42 years old. Okay?
Look at Vince, the old man. Look at Vince.
That's a bad shot. That's a bad shot. That's all the whole broadcast is, from start to finish. And then you got Stinger and Jerome out there in the food court.
I don't mind Stinger. You know, I've known Stinger for 100 years.
I believe that.
The other guy, Jerome.
I believe you and Stinger were here back when it all started.
Why would you put a show together and say, this is our guy, this is our host, and the guy is not sports or look like it or talk like it or act like it or anything? You know, he looks like he's the popcorn vendor.
You know who I think should have a show?
Who?
You and Jerry Glanville. I think it would be the top show in the world.
Well, I would like to do. I've done that before. I did the Falcon show when Jerry was there, obviously in '91, '92.
And you did some
90.
NASCAR stuff with him too,
And we
right?
did NASCAR stuff with him, yeah. But the thing about him is, he's always got to bring in a band, and they're always playing some goofy
Or a dead pop star.
country music. Not that country music is goofy. I like country music, but and they'll go into a song, and Jerry will come over and start singing with them. Come on, everybody up, everybody swinging, dancing on the stage. I don't do that.
Sounds like a good time to me.
I don't do that.
You're a curmudgeon. So what do you do in a situation like that? You just sit back and watch?
I just stand over the side.
And just hope and say, God, I hope nobody asks me to be a part of this goofy mess.
Which was ironic about the whole thing. I was the only one there who could dance.
But nobody
figure.
saw it.
Go
and
figure.
nobody saw
Go
it.
figure.
Give him just a little. See? Have you ever seen anything like that?
No.
Very talented.
Jeez. Multifaceted.
Very, very talented.
Keith Ippolito here.
Yeah.
the
It works at
famous-
680, so.
Famous Ippolitos.
Yeah. I was telling him we moved to Roswell in 1990. His dad, the original Ippolito's restaurant, was right there in Kings Market. We used to go in there all the time. It'd be freaking packed. You know, because there was families out there then. There weren't a lot of options.
Yeah.
So they'd be packed on a Tuesday night. They'd have a
I
wait.
remember being there as a kid. I'd probably be the one sleeping in the booth. And I remember those
Yeah, you
people
were always crying. You ruined it for me, man.
My father always told me I was his payback child, so.
Oh, great family. And the thing about Ippolito's is they've got the best rolls in the world, right? Like that's what they're known for.
They're floating in
but it's
garlic
a
butter.
challenge, for the entrepreneurs who are trying to make money, where people are coming in, getting a salad and eating 17 rolls.
Right.
That's it can be problematic.
Right.
But somehow they overcame that.
Yeah, he worked really hard. He put a lot of time and effort into it, and he turned it into a successful.
You guys stop. They're making me cry.
It's kind of like you with
no,
this
that's
show.
a great American story.
It's just like you with this show, only an Italian in a restaurant.
We tend to hang out. You know what I mean? The entrepreneurial type. You, for instance, I can't even talk with you. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No idea. You know how long it took me to figure out how to get this cup open?
I saw you working with it, but you got it. And we've added a new addition to the show today, too. And that is the college fraternity. I noticed that Shawnee's an SAE.
Yeah, he wears it loud and proud.
Oh, you kidding?
These guys are your friends for life.
Put that lampshade on. Put that lampshade on right there. I want to see what you look like at the last party.
Oh, man. So Falcons, man, I'm excited. Look right here. Brotherhood is back, baby. It is back. I came in the gym today wearing this, and I heard they say, look at this fool. Look at this asshole. I'm the only person in town wearing this shit. Brotherhood, baby.
It'll never be back. It'll never be back.
What do you mean it'll never be back? It's back now. We're about to beat Tampa, New Orleans. We're about to go 3-0 on this homestand, and then you come talking to me. Then you'll all see.
Listen, we went 1-7.
No, we've won 2 in a row.
This is like 2015.
They know.
Year.
The viewers know. They've watched this Falcons team the last couple weeks. It's not the same team. They're protecting the quarterback, and on defense, forget about the number one defense in the NFL the last 2 weeks. And they play. You can't say, they haven't played anybody. They played New Orleans and Carolina.
But you're missing the point. We all know that. We know the stats. We've seen it. We've watched it. We see the final score.
But it's in the water. It's ingrained.
Yeah, it is. You don't go 1-6. With the best talent in the league.
I think it takes Dan a while to get these guys going. Typically most coaches do it in preseason, but we don't do it.
I mean, you're kind of rolling up my career here. All right. I got into the business because of guys like you in 1973. I got here to get back into coaching. I see the best sports market in the country. Four pro franchises, 2 major NCAA universities. Everything's in the tank, and nobody's saying anything.
But we were amateur
so when you do that here, we don't. The whole purpose of this show is to get something accomplished.
Well, my point, it's tongue in cheek. I'm just saying, I'm excited.
People don't know that.
Why, am I that
don't
good?
know that.
Was that convincing?
When you do tongue in cheek, Everybody said, "Oh, that's Heine."
Oh, there he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You never
that's
know. You
good.
got to keep them honest. Keep them guessing. But no, I am excited about the way they're playing football. Draft pick be damned. Go out. I'd love to see them beat Tampa.
We're all
New
excited
Orleans.
about playing the way they're playing football. Why weren't they playing that in the first half?
Because their coach
Why were they
sucks.
not playing it last year?
Their coach sucks.
All right, well then that's the point. That's what we're
Can
trying
they
to
be
get.
both?
That's
Can't
what
they
we're,
be the best defense in the league right now and their coach sucks?
for 2 weeks for the best defense in the league. I'm ecstatic. We should have been the best defense in the league for 9 weeks. We've got that type of talent. We've got that type of team.
And we're showing you.
What a schmuck.
I'm just messing with you, man. I get it, Bo. I've been in agreement with you since day one about Dan Quinn. There's too many ebbs and flows, and I mean it's extreme. You've got these, mountainous highs, and then the lows are the worst, and that's all it is. It's just this crazy ass roller coaster.
And then he goes in for a meeting with Arthur, tells Arthur about what the center and right guard did last week, and these guys are coming on, and that could be the clue right there. And Arthur, I think we're going to it's stupid. It's stupid that we don't have a professional football coach running this team.
Well,
It's stupid that we have a billionaire owner who's arrogant and could care less. That's the thing about, when I become a billionaire, I'm really going to guard against?
what are you going to guard against, Bo?
Being arrogant.
Oh no, you never. You'd be like the Great Gatsby. Hey, parties, people passing out all over the place. It's on Bo. He's got it.
Here's a Hyundai. Go outside and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Here, go get lost.
Here comes Tom Maher, for crying out loud.
This is quite the audience that
We
have
got
here.
an offensive line here that would make Georgia Southern look like Walton High.
For one play. I think we could get him for one play.
But it'd be a hell of a play. You just tell the guy in the scoreboard to put that American totalizator on a 6 right now, because these guys are coming in.
Where are you in all this? You got a clipboard?
I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I'm coaching.
Inspiring.
I got a clipboard. I'm coaching. I'm wearing a fedora. Got a tie, like a schmuck. But we're getting it done.
Oh man. Did you watch the game last night? The NFL game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do.
So, but here's my thing. So the NBA is being vilified right now for their poor ratings, down 60% from where it was this time last year. And I asked you, did you watch football? So you were flipping back and forth. You were one of the few.
Yeah. No, I had to see Tech last night. I mean, that was a beautiful thing.
I didn't see any of it. I didn't see it. I forgot it was on.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I saw they were up big and then they almost lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, first of all, they shouldn't be in the game.
Because they're playing with midgets.
Playing with the guys we just touted as being all pro
Jimmy!
here.
Jimmy played tight end in middle school. Jimmy! We need you to come on down.
Come on down. We need you for 2.5 hours.
Come on down to the flats.
Grant Field. Come dressed.
So, Coach Collins, he made you proud last night, even though.
Well, I think it's a wonderful thing to see. After what Tech did, taking himself out of the football business for 14 years, giving themselves a self-imposed death penalty, and we know how long it took SMU to come back from the death penalty, 20 years. This program was on the cusp of being dead.
yeah.
And to see Jeff Collins come back and these guys playing with that kind of intensity, they can't compete. They don't measure up on paper with the guys they're playing, but they're competing like hell.
What the hell happened to the ACC? Think about this.
Miami,
Florida State.
That's the whole thing right there. That's the whole. That's
Virginia
the whole,
Tech. What are you talking? Virginia Tech, when they had Vic and those guys, they were freaking amazing.
Virginia Tech to a little lesser extent.
But I'm saying when they incepted the inception of the ACC, it looked like a powerhouse, and nobody has done anything outside of Clemson.
And it had all of these guys that could beat anybody on any given day. These really interesting teams like the Virginia, like the Georgia Tech. Now look what's happening with Syracuse, and it really is. I wouldn't give up on the ACC yet.
Yeah, I know. You just think about the coaches. Frank Beamer's gone, Bobby Bowden's gone. Miami's run through about 4 or 5 guys. Who was the last good coach they had? Coker.
Yeah. And Coca they didn't like at all because they didn't think he was qualified.
What's he doing now? Is he even
I don't
in
think
football
he
in
is.
any
I don't
capacity?
Think he is. You know, I think he got a $4 million salary there, and so had that for a couple of years. So maybe he feels like he's set.
Yeah. Georgia A&M on Saturday.
Trying to get him some retirement advice to make sure he's got enough put away. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's another. We're talking about all these different revenue streams that we've been leaving off.
Okay.
Beau Bock, financial advisor.
I like it. I like it.
Right.
In fact, I get
Beau Bock Financial.
I get emails from these guys saying, "Hey, this thing's going to go. You can get it on a pre-opening stock."
Who else gets that?
No one gets that. It comes right here.
Jim Burke's in the
And-
business. He gets those
No,
emails.
listen to it. I immediately forward it to my nephew, Tommy, who's a day trader in between football. When he doesn't have a game, he's day trading
And not flipping houses.
and flipping houses, and he's one of those kind of guys.
So we've got about 10.
I'm a professional. I happen to be broke. That makes no difference. You know what I mean? I'm a professional.
Right.
I'm doing a professional job here.
When I think of you, I think of professional, buttoned up, by the book.
But don't pay him.
No.
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 I do this for love.
No, not at all. So Georgia, everything's in front of them, man. They got A&M on Saturday, and
Yeah.
then Georgia Tech next week. By the way, noon
Boy,
kickoff.
A&M.
Noon kickoff sucked
Come
for
on.
that game.
What is that?
I hate that. Do you think Tech did that on purpose? Do you think Tech had some sway in that? Just try to keep Georgia fans from buying all the damn tickets?
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Because every time that Georgia's really good and Tech isn't,
Well, yeah, you do whatever you can.
right? No, I get it. I get it. But I mean, I like to go to the game. That's too early. Ruins your day.
Yeah, what do you do about a hangover? You got a
You
new
just got to
story.
keep going.
Just go.
You
Fight
got to
through
keep
it?
going, man. That's the
Just
problem.
plow through.
That's the problem with the 12
No,
o'clock
I
kickoff.
know. I know. So there's nothing worse than a sober crowd.
No.
What are you going to get
Especially
done?
for that game.
What are
It's
you gonna
always
get
cold and wet, and Georgia's up 30. Yeah. Yeah, especially for that game. But they got to beat A&M first. They got some things to work on. I know that you're okay with the offense.
A&M is very dangerous.
I agree.
Very dangerous
I agree.
right now. They're winning. They got it turned around. And boy, beating us or LSU the following week would make their season.
Oh, for sure. Every game that they've lost this year were games that they were supposed to lose.
And do you know what would happen to those standings if A&M wins one of these two games? They beat two. They got two playoff teams coming up, us and LSU.
They got
Can
everything
you
in front of
imagine
them.
what would happen? And then can you imagine, like, you if you had LSU with a loss? LSU is probably the best team in the country, but they might be out of the playoffs because they would be complaining so much about a Pac-12 or Big 12 champ not being in. I know.
Can you imagine leaving LSU out and bringing in like Utah?
I know. Can
Coach O, you're out, buddy. What? Flips over the desk, starts driving to Utah.
Can we get rid of that thinking? I don't know if the committee says no, we don't ever think like that. And, it's like, but it just so happened today that they're talking about that and saying, well, you're going to have a Pac-12 or Big 12 champion. So
Right, but don't they? Is it the?
what do you got, Shawnee?
Don't they play each other the last game last week of the regular season?
We only have about 2 minutes, according to Sean, the producer.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say you should start your farewells then.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, want to remind everybody about CBD oil. From the East of Eden Pharmacy,
Tennessee.
East of Eden Pharmaceuticals, East
Where is
of
he
Eden
at?
Farm. What do you think that means?
I didn't realize it was going to take you 2 minutes to pronounce the freaking
Eden.
thing. Guys said we got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, well, it's been great. Oscar de la Renta, y'all.